Suhoor Fest, let's talk about it. First of all, what's the foundation of Suhoor Fest happening? The idea is that this is an event, a platform for the community to come together, for local businesses to thrive, for people to have a good time and connect in the month of Ramadan. And that's essentially the idea that I think is being conveyed, which totally makes sense. But let's ask a few questions to ourselves to really understand where it aligns with what we are expected to do in the month of Ramadan. See, we don't necessarily have to have suhoor. Many of us, we've slept past suhoor and we fasted the whole day and we lasted perfectly fine. But then the Prophet ﷺ, he told us, make sure you partake in suhoor because there's barakah in it. See, we're taking suhoor in the morning not because we necessarily physically need it, because many of us have gone without it, but we're doing it to fulfill the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. That's one. Two is that we're doing it to show our weakness to Allah. It's an allowance Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us, and we are just humble servants and we can't really fathom much. So what we want to do is we want to take up whatever He lets us take. For that reason, we're taking suhoor. But let's ask a question. What time is suhoor? Suhoor is right before Fajr comes in, right? And throughout the year, what time is that known as? That time is known as the last third of the night. The most precious, the most spiritual, the most holy part of the night in the most holy month of the year, Ramadan, is this time when we have suhoor. It's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answers all your prayers, all your du'as, all the things you really want in your life. And imagine you're spending all of Ramadan asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a big moment of the day. And so the question becomes, what do we want to see ourselves doing during that part of the night? Who do we want to be around during that part of the night? What kind of environment should we be in that part of the night? Is this the time of the night for us to go out and celebrate and enjoy and consume? Ramadan is a month for us to discipline ourselves, for us to eat less, for us to speak less, for us to waste less time. It's a time for us to increase our worship. It's a time for us to increase our recitation. It's a time for us to increase our sadaqah, the charity that we give. So what exactly happens when we find ourselves in a type of festival during this spiritual moment of the night, when we are actually spending money only to consume more food to fill up our nafs, to fill up our desires? What exactly is happening? We need to ask ourselves these questions. Putting away, okay, is this halal, is this haram? Ask yourself, is this something that is appropriate in the month of Ramadan for me to spend my time in when Allah is waiting for me to make dua to Him?